try guessing what's going on today. As I'm Maverick, and this is Bagging and Toys. So, we're really stretching on what a toy is now. But if you didn't know, I actually have a hobby that's basketball. So yeah, I shoot hoops a bit. I still am on the league team for the BC Tri-City area. So yeah, that's cool. So, if you never heard of basketball, well then, there are a few things that can go along with it, but let's just go into the review. So, we have complimentary socks, I guess are just an add-on. So let's take a look at these. So you just get free socks, great. From Adidas, these actually look like some great socks to wear. I'll take them. These are basketball socks. So we have 3 pairs of socks of polyester combined cotton. So there we go. And then we actually have what we're looking for. Shoes. Now, what shoe exactly? What actual shoe are we talking about here? Let's take a look. I shook this box around a little bit so it's just slightly scathed, but you can see the detailing on the box. They've really gone out for this box. Well, yeah, there's nothing on the base. So yeah. These are actually the d.o.n issue 2s. If you have never seen the d.o.n issue 2s, they're like this pair of shoes that are pretty good for really almost anything. A lot of people have them because they're great shoes, I get. But with these d.o.n issue 2s, there's a lot of remixes, like recreations, and that's practically what we got here. If you didn't read from the title. We have a pair of d.o.n issue 2s. Here. So, these are going to be my personal basketball shoes for indoors, so I'll be reviewing about these. So let's put the box on the floor. Now, I'll put the one without the tag over there. So I'll just be reviewing over the untagged shoe here. So, as you can see, with this shoe, there's already with the gripping, I like it's pretty unique gripping. Kind of reminds me of spider webs, the grips. So I'm guessing it's meant for lateral and up and down movements. It's the same exact grip everywhere, so there is no variation because I have a pair of Pumas where in every single section there's a different type of grip. For example, there's circular grip here, square, and then there's salmon bone and salmon ridge here. So yeah, it's a different type there. There is bounce zoom padding, so for extra kicks. There is this material here, I guess, just referred into the Woody's like vest-ish material. I think it's his pants or something, but his vest. And then there is the snake in the boot reference from Woody. The snake in the boot. It's kind of hard for you guys to see, but like there's a snake there. Oh yeah, it's kind of hard for you guys to. Well, like yeah, there is a snake there. It just, I don't want to open up, like, completely rip open the box. But, I like that they've made the shoelaces into, like, this rope-ish for the modern West, like the cowboy rope. And they included in turning the leather into his vest leather. And, yeah. There's a d.o.n issue 2 logo there. And the sheriff badge, like usual. So, grip-wise, it has really good grip. As you can see, it's moving the whole entire table. And it looks like, ooh, there's little thing, there's a person there. That's cool. I'm not sure who that is. It looks like a Homer Simpson on the front there, if you guys can see. So yeah, that's cool. Grip-wise, it's really good. And now let's look on the other ones, because actually there might be variations, and yes, there is. If you don't know, Woody has there's lots of like Woody. Woody's a figure, right? So the character Andy decided to make sure his Woody was unique. So he put Andy on the bottom of the boot, on the right boot, and that's what they put here for extra detailing. They decided to put Andy on the bottom, the insole's bottom, and for the padding on the side, we got You've Got a Friend in Me. It's just fun. And there's another, yet again, a snake in the boot. There, short, just like the other one. Not many things going on here compared to the other one. The d.o.n issue 2s. I've got a size 6.5. It was 7 for US. UK 6.5, 255 centimeters. Oh. Yeah, these are pretty stylish. Because I've seen many versions of these things where my friend actually uses a green version, which is like looks like a pair of like highlighters. There's also a Spider-Gwen version and a Venom, which is probably one of the coolest ones, where instead of this thing, it's completely like the Venom's like teeth and stuff, and it's like completely outfitted in black and white. So far, I really like the grip, because like instead of having like for foam, it's not cleanable, because like once it gets stuck, it's stuck. You really have to get water on my hands. Like in games, I have to just do that, and there's just so much muck on my hands. That's why I like these things, the clear insoles, where they're harder to break down, and they mostly serve more grip because they attract less like dust into your thing. These I recommend these to be used as an indoor shoe, because even though these things are can be used for outdoors, you don't want to really ruin a pair like these. Because like there's actually no script on the ridge, which is used for guards where we push off like that and that. So yeah, I think this is meant for forward, just like no out ridge kind of thing. Adidas logo here. So yeah, pretty good shoe. I would put them on, but we don't have time here now. So let's put these here for now, so you guys can kind of get a see of these. Now, style-wise, these are very stylish compared to what the actual shoe looks like. And unlike all the other ones, the box is actually very unique, with like all these little signage and like cart, and of course Adidas and Pixar with Toy Story. So let's just put these things in the box, so you can kind of see. These are a pretty nice pair of shoes. I personally like them a lot, and these will be used as my personal bicycle shoes. This is actually my first review of the actual shoes, because well, most of the shoes I get are just mostly not too uncommon or not too thrifty. Grip wise, these are almost better than like I think it's the Curry 7s or 8s, where they have extreme grip on the bottom. The 8s, which I have a pair of them, except they're really used because I use them for games with the extreme grip. But they're made of it has a foam bottom, so it absorbs dust too much. So we decided to get an alternative here. Okay, do I have a clue what that thing is? So let's kind of look at the shoe now. I feel like that's like one of the it could be one of the aliens, or like from like the 3 aliens keychain kind of thing. I do really enjoy these pairs of shoes. Of course there's determination over negativity, over determination versus over negativity. So that's nice. And Adidas hoops d.o.n issue 2. Adidas hoops d.o.n issue 2. There's already I believe there's already d.o.n issue 3s that come out. They look like all really modern shoes. They're not too out there. Kind of like these ones. If these things were black and white, they would look like almost any pair of running shoes, kind of. But they're basketball shoes. So now my recommendations for this shoe. This shoe by itself, it will perform very well on the court. If you're like a forward or like a shooting guard like me, or even a point guard. I'm a guard, so because I'm a little bit smaller than the rest. So it can work, except you really have to be mindful that there's no grip here. I forgot the wording for that, but for Kyrie's, there's like grip here because of how we really stop. We push off like this, so there has to be some grip, or if you're just gonna slip like this. So you have to be mindful of that. But these are really just a forward shoe because they're meant for heavy jumps, and they have the plate to make sure you don't bend your arch too much. Ooh, I actually forgot about the belt. There's a little belt thing there for his belt buckle. So these are a playful pair of shoes that, of course, any person would get if you really want to. Yes, they're a really good pair of shoes. My recommendations for these shoes: it's not too meant for a guard, but it's very playful and colorful. So if you're over the top about like fashion-wise, yeah, you can use these as a walking shoe. Even though it's not really recommended, the traction on the bottom is pretty good for running too, because like inside a gym, these will perform well. Ooh, what is this? Oh, that's just Adidas. Is that? I can't quite tell. Traction wise, I'll give this thing 9 out of 10. They could have included this thing, but I know this is not exactly a guard shoe. It's a forward shoe meant for bigger guys that need to get grip and run a little bit faster, or just jump up, grab rebounds, push the ball at a little bit faster tempo. Not guard shoes where we do low top always, not little medium top where it's just barely there. It says low top. Never mind, it's mid top. I was just checking to make sure I was correct on my wording. So altogether, I'll give this shoe a 9 out of 10. There are some things that could be improved on, knowing that it's not actually a guard shoe, but I'm a guard, so I thought I was reviewing it very badly because of my perspective. These would not be the best shoes to get, but style-wise, they've gone up and beyond with so many little hidden references inside, which they could have just put like this belt buckle on these things, but they decided to put it inside the shoe. There's a lot more references, even though you're not going to be looking at that. Like, your friend is just playing on the court, and all of a sudden you rip off their shoe and look inside their shoe. You wouldn't do that, but they decided to put that there. Really do. So altogether, a really good shoe to get. I highly recommend these shoes. There's many other styles. If you don't like this style, you can just search on the Adidas website for it. Really good zoom foam. Altogether, a really comfortable shoe. There's a lot of impact protection, really high amount of grip, so it'll last long. I just recommend you to use this as an indoor shoe, not an outdoor shoe, because with the white it can get dirty pretty quickly, and with this type of material, once it gets dirty with grease, it's really hard to clean. So yeah. Altogether, I gave the shoe a 9 out of 10. This is Bad Gaming Toys. I'm Maverick, and I'll be accepting these socks.